Right, hello all, what is going on? It's Justin from Basic Miniature Painting. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm myself doing a lot better than what I was in my previous video where I was a little bit unwell. Anyway, I digress. In today's video, we're going to be having a look and review at the Warhammer Conquest issue 1, which is $1.99. And I thought I'd get this because, well, actually I bought 2. So, thinking 6 intercessors, kind of got yourself a kill team for £4. So, without further ado, this is the actual. I'm going to get it all in shot. This is what you get. So for the glare, there you go. I'll just turn my that way because you might get it in shot, kind of like that. There you go. Very professional, as you can tell. But this is what you get. That's the front of it, and that's the back of it. So that's what you get. What we'll do is I'll show you the magazine and the figures and the paints and the brush you get as well. And I'll give you my honest opinion about what I think. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Will it be a good thing to actually get the subscription? I've heard bad. I've heard negative reviews about the company who are doing this, not Games Workshop, the company who are doing this, and I've heard good things. So, but I'll give you my honest opinion, what I think about this. Let's have a look. Right, hello. Well, this is a very different camera angle, simply because what you get here. Alright, hope you can hear me. Alright, I haven't got enough room on my table up there. So I've got the light on, hopefully this turns out okay. But this is what you get in the whole Warhammer Conquest. I'll put it like that so you can see. Right. First things first, we'll go through all the little free stuff you get. You get this and this. And you get this, obviously, whole thing about the subscription. What you get in each issue. So, issue 2, you're going to get issue 3. So in issue 3 you get get a bit closer and get in. There you go. You get 3 Primaris. Another 3. So which is good. These are the Space Reavers. In the first issue that I've got here you get the Intercessors. That's issue 3. In issue 2 you get 3 Plague Marines and some dice and Death Guard Green and some mats and a mat and some rulers. But that's just literally the generic want to subscribe blah blah blah. Okay, so that's that. And you get some more, another little, make sure you don't miss out. Yeah, okay, it's a good thing. This you can hand to your news agents, say Smiths or whoever. Give it to them and they'll reserve it. So, bog standard, really. All bog standard stuff so far. Alright, this opens up into a big, huge poster. So we'll have a look in a second. I'll just go page by page. It says, collect exciting articles about the Warhammer 40,000 Galaxy to inspire your collection, including an exclusive character and content. So, build, see there, how to build them, but what you need, the clippers and everything. Quite a good thing there. Conquest. It's the first time we've heard of Warhammer 40,000, and this publication is for you. So, paint, just there. You've got your Death Guard Green, how to paint them, and what have you. But this is a massive poster you get. So, and play. So, all really bog standard stuff at the moment. I will open it up, but we'll have a proper look in a minute. What I'll do is, this is one part of it. I'll just hold the camera like that. And this is all the collection that after the 80 issues you get. Okay, so you're going to get all these Death Guard. Just there. plague crawler, blight drone, and like a rhino, and all those death guards. This is after 80 issues. All this scenery as well. Whether you'll get all the scenery in, like, say for example, that in one issue, or very much so, you probably get parts. Like, you probably get that part in one issue, that part in another, yeah? And more scenery there, cranes, and these are all your Space Marines. So you're going to get, I can't think what that's called, you're going to get like a Dreadnought, speeder bike, bikers, or land speeder, whatever you call it. It's like Star Wars, really. Jump pack dudes, and all your Space Marines. But this is a massive, massive poster, and I will, so far, so good. Liking what you see. And this is the poster you get. Absolutely massive 8 page like size of a Space Marine. Very, very good. Liking that so far. So that's on the back of the issue. Excuse me. If you go to the premium subscription, you're going to get a huge box. And it says Conquest storage box, data cards, Conquest dice, punch tokens, heavy duty playmat. So you're going to get that, tokens and dice. Don't know. Unsure about the subscription so far. But if you just do the regular subscription, you get painting handle. Now, these things are brilliant. I haven't got one yet, but it's payday Friday, so I might treat myself to one. But these things are fantastic. These things. Cutters, you must have cutters. Little file, mould line remover. If you buy the larger one, that is excellent. Probably the best tool you can have to use to get rid of your mould lines. Because if you don't get rid of them, your miniature will look a bit half-assed, basically. Your brushes, you're going to get your base layer and dry brush. That's your big dry brush. You get base layer. That's your layer brush just there. This one here, the thinner one. Dry brush and your base. Then you get you get binder as well. Big poster there, which is the old poster. When I started collecting this stuff, you had the poster of the Space Marine chapters, or some, because there's like 1,000 or more. And you get binders and ring binders. So far, so good. That's that. Throw that to one side. I'll do the miniatures up on the table. We'll do this first. And this is just a list of the stores, basically. That's it. So far, so good. All bog standard stuff that you're going to get with a subscription service. So we'll just go through the actual magazine. I'll have a quick flick through. That's your index, what you're going to get. 41st Millennium. Goes all the way through Chapter 1, the Space Marines, Chapter 2, the Ultramarines, Battle for Lunar Intercessors, How to Build, Paint, and the Eve of Battle. So all bog standard stuff. That's the company Hatchet Partworks. So far, so good. This bit just tells you about the 41st Millennium, mankind. The Emperor is sitting on a throne. He's like basically dead, and it's just his psychic ability keeping him in some sort of state of, I don't know, like he's alive or dead or something. But I'm a heretic. But anyway, tells about the Dark Imperium, who they're fighting, Chaos Gods, Orcs, Tyranids. Just goes through a little bit about the countless threats gathered in the darkness of space. So just a little story about Dark Imperium. This is an Empire torn in two. This was about the Horus Heresy, I believe. Yeah, when the... So it's just literally like basic story. So far, so good. This is the actual map. As you can see, that is a massive rift.
says the Imperium stretches across the galaxy, scattered across thousands of star systems, when the Great Rift tore its way across the space. Yeah, that's the Great Rift. So now the galaxy is split, you see. And it split the map of the Imperium in two and left hundreds of planets stranded on its far side. Then you got Holy Terror and all sorts. Just a little story about that. This is about the Space Marines. They shall be the Emperor's finest, and they shall know no fear. Yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah, just about the Space Marines, a little bit about the Primarchs. 1,000 chapters. Book standard. Iron Hands, White Scars, Salamanders, Ultramarines. These were all founding chapters. Raven Guard, Dark Angels, Imperial Fists. But Silver Templars, it's the first time I've heard of them, so it's nice actually for them to include a chapter I've never heard of. So it talks about different chapters, and you get the big Ultramarines, the poster boys of the Space Marines. And it goes for the chapter name, Macragge, the Homeworld, the Primarch, Big Papa Smurf, chapter Master, Marnius Calgar, their specialisms, tactics, strategy, and adaptability, and they adhere to the Codex 100%. That's why they're the poster boys. Courage and honour, and it tells you about Macragge, the Homeworld. More about the Space Marines and the Ultramarines. It tells you about colour of the heads for different ranks. So you've got the Sergeant in red, Veteran Sergeant in the white stripe just on there. Veteran is white and Lieutenant. Yeah, so it tells you about the different sizes. Bog standard Space Marine, the new one, the Primaris. And then you got big jump packs, the Interceptors of a big jump pack, and you got heavies just there. Tells about the ranks as well, the colour of the trim, the Space Marines. So far, so good. You've got the Battle for Luna, location, the Imperial Forces, and the Chaos Forces. So, more about Holy Terror. Space Marine Intercessors gives you a little read through about the actual Intercessors themselves. Mark 10 power, which is a good idea. This is good because it actually gives you a rundown of the Mark 10 power armor and what each thing is. And then you got the how to build. You know, snip off. This thing is a bit strange for me. How to hold a pair of clippers. And I would imagine people know how to hold clippers. Maybe they have to do it, I don't know. That's just a bit strange for me. All in all, so far, pretty good. How to build. If you're new to the hobby, then look at that. You can't go wrong. How to paint. Now this, I've seen a few reviews already. This bugs me a little bit. Because if you're new to the, this is what you need, right? It says to paint your models, you will need more than paint and a brush. Find yourself a clear, well-lit area. Make sure the surface you paint on is covered in case of spill, blah, blah, blah. A pot of water to wash your brush out and tissue or cloth to dry. Wrong. Sorry. Yes, brush. Water pot, yes. But it doesn't tell you about a wet palette. Now, I would have thought if they want you to start painting properly, use a wet palette. Just Google wet palette, right? You must do that. You've got your paints, the Intercessor afterwards. You've got the blue on, and then in the joins and the weapon, paint black. Which, okay, it's fair enough. It's understandable. But yeah. You see, they've gone painted that way. Yeah, okay, that's I'll accept that. But to me, this bit, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. Okay, yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3. The way I would do it is yes, yes. No, because you would spray your model black first to give it a decent colour. For something to paint to hold on. Because if you paint straight onto the plastic, it won't look good. Anyway, I digress on that. This is wrong for me. Okay, if Games Workshop are serious about getting people new to the hobby to stay in the hobby for the long run, they need to do this again, because this to me is wrong. Okay, if you get your basics down of washing a model, cleaning it up, using a wet palette, spraying your model first, and then you get the basics down like that, yes, but this bit is wrong for me. And it just tells you about the trim, gold trim representing the second company. And this bit here, he's taking being an ultramarine too far. He's even painted his face blue. It says, if you intend to take your models even further issues of conquest will include more paints. We'll return to Squad Dacius and to add extra details and colours. See, now to me, I just go back and then just go through it again. The Eve of Battle, another mission briefing, and subscribe, and there's really bits and pieces. Okay, what you get in issue 2. If we go back to, so far the magazine's really, really good. But if we go back to painting this bit, this is an issue for me. Simply because I like to paint. When I first started out, I would follow this scheme, and my spaceman would turn out a load of crap. So what I would do, yeah, this is all okay to get your miniature on the table, fair enough. But what I would do is clip out your miniature. Yeah, just clip them all out. Then once you've clipped them all out, mould line remover, tidy him up, spray him back, leave him. Then you paint in blue, get all the armour joints, all the panels of armour like you got there, the head, the backpack, the legs, that sort of thing. Leaving that. Then you paint the gun black, so that's correct. But then once you've done that, you've got the base colours down, you'd give it a wash of Agrax Surfshade, or Null Oil. Then that'll go in the recesses, and when it sits in the recesses, it will give the look of shading and shadow in the recesses. Yeah? Then you'd put your other colour on top of that. So the way they've done that is wrong. So I'm sorry, but the company who made this, that bit is wrong. Quite good magazine. So far, out of 10, 7. And that's been genuine. That's only because the painting bit is wrong. You can pick up a miniature, cut him out, and start playing. Build him up, start playing. That's brilliant. Fantastic. But if you want to do it serious, you need to do that painting bit again. Okay? So that's my only gripe with this so far. Right, what we'll do now is go back up to the table. We'll have a look at the paint and the sprue itself. Okay, so we'll see in a minute. Well, this is what you get in your your sprue. You get your 3 standard bases. Okay, just box standard slotted bases. You get your sprue, which we'll look at now, and it's blue, which is a good thing because it used to be the old-fashioned grey. Really well detailed. This is from the easy to build kit in the Space Marines Primaris kit, and you see the level of detail on these. From when I started in the hobby to now, the level of detail has gone up 100%. It's absolutely even more than that. It's fantastic level of detail. Another arm, you get in the backpack, another body and legs. You can just see a purity seal on the side of his thigh or his hip. Yeah, arm holding an Auspex, which is like a reader to see if, who's about. Head. So it's all really well detailed, and I'll just turn it over. See, that's the other side. See, the level of detail is absolutely fantastic on these. They really have come such a long way in doing the detail on these now. And this is the back of the head, back to the body, the carapace. That's the sprue. Really, really well detailed sprue. Really big miniatures as well. But that's the sprue you get as well. You get a starter brush. Ideal for, there you go, nice pointed tip on that, which is good. GW brushes are good, but they're not brilliant. I tend to use Winsor & Newton brushes. But yeah, ideal brush to start off with. I would use this for PVA glue or basing or something. I wouldn't use this to paint with. Yeah, like I said, GW brushes are good. It's a good starter brush to get in it, but I would spend a little bit more money and get a Winsor & Newton brushes. Oops, sorry. Right, the paints. You get McCraig blue, standard blue, 28, whatever it is. What's the size of it? 12mm pot. Standard. Black, can't get wrong with black. I've had black. Good for boots and all sorts, guns and weapons. But this is the one that everyone says is one of the best golds you can get. It's Retribute Armor. Now this is the best gold you can get. I've got 4 golds at the moment. But this is brilliant. It really is. It is like the mecca of gold. So that's what you get in your box. Your Warhammer Conquest issue 1. I will buy issue 2 just to give you a rundown of the Death Guard and stuff. But this is the Warhammer Conquest review. Overall, like I said, 7 out of 10. And that's simply because the painting guide is a little rubbish. It's good to get your Marines on the table, but I wouldn't follow that to paint. I would go on YouTube and look up all sorts of different channels. Maybe mine. But yeah, overall, it's a good thing. I've heard a lot of negative things about the company, like not sending out issues, taking 2 or 3 months to send out issues, being late with their deliveries, taking the money but not delivering. So, is it a good thing? The whole idea is really, really good idea. And for the money you're going to get, £8 an issue, you're going to get paints, you're going to get brushes, you're going to get Marines. This set alone is £6 for 3 Marines. I've just got 4 Marines, 6 paints, because I've got 2 lots, 2 of the same one, 2 brushes for £4. Issue 1 and 2, 3 and 4 are going to be a bargain. Whether I'm going to spend £32 a month on the rest of it, no, I won't. But that's my review of it. I hope you've enjoyed it. A bit of a long-winded one, about 20 minutes. Let me know what you think. Like, comment and subscribe, please. Thank you very much for watching. You've been fantastic. Thank you very much. Bye.